Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I go by the Blue Light Oracle, and in today's reading I wanted to do a reading about next month. So a message for your February. Now, because this is timeless, if next month isn't February for you, take it as the next month for you. Okay, so let's have a look at your piles. I like this one. Okay. All right, so for pile number 1, you have Hematite with self-healing, grounding, right opportunities, and justice. For pile number 2, you have water, emotional intuition, psychic powers, and healing. For pile number 3, you have pain relief, transformation, vision, powerful protection. And for pile number 4, you have solace, healthy lifestyle, clear communication, and balance. Okay, so take your time with each pile. This is just a message for your February. And so when I'm saying your, it does feel like taking control of February and really making something exciting in February. So I'll leave you to take some time and pick whichever piles are calling to you. Below will be the description where you can jump straight to your video. Otherwise, I will see you in the shuffling. Hello everyone, so this is the shuffling portion of the video, so thank you for taking some time coming through and sharing your energy with me to help this reading. So this is a message for February. It does feel like it keeps saying your February. This is your February. What are you going to make of February for you? So I'm quite excited about this one because I feel like there's opportunities to be had. And very interesting, we got an element come through instead of a crystal. There are the 4 elements in this crystal deck as well, so very interesting. Okay. I'm using quite a few cards today, so we'll see how they all fit. There's 2 here. Okay. Okay, and this particular pile, this particular deck, the Enchanted maps, can be read reversed. So if it comes out reversed, I'll take that into consideration. Otherwise, I will leave it upright. I'll see how the read goes to see if that's relevant or not. Okay, and the tarot cards. So same message of what does each pile need to hear in regards to their February. Okay. All right. So if you're going to pick pile number 4, even though this fell here, I do feel like this is for pile 4. So this is the Princess of Cups. So if this helps you pick pile number 4, then please make sure you do that. Okay. Two are coming out. Okay. So thank you very much for being here during the shuffling portion of the video. Like I said, down below in the description, you can find your reading. So you can click on that and jump straight to your video. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in your reading. But also here are the cards, so you can make sure you pick the pile that's calling out to you. Hello, pile number 1. So you have chosen Hematite today. Just a reminder, the messages on here are self-healing, grounding, right opportunities, and justice. So I do like this, especially right opportunities coming out. We'll see how this calls into your reading today with regards to February or the next month. What can you do this next month that'll really make a change in your life? So you have Dwell Cool with Dharma unfolding. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. Very nice. You have the Magical Map Shifter. So it has come out reversed. There is a meaning to it being reversed. I will have a quick look at it and see if it relates to your reading. You have Sacred Inner Space, Sacral Chakra, Tenderness, Sensuality. You also have the Alpaca with Curiosity. And you have the Whale with Communication. And you have Abundance. Very nice. Ooh. Okay. You have the 3 of Wands. You also have the Star card. You have the 10 of Discs. Very nice. Right next to Abundance as well. This is great. There's a real opportunity here for you. And you have the Devil card. So I'm just going to cut the video a little bit just to move the cards around so that they're nice and you can see them all. So I'm just going to read a little bit of the Magical Map Shifter reversed. So it talks about perhaps you're in denial about your situation and refuse to see the truth. Or maybe you've been traveling down a path that has constantly led you to a field of poppies where you fall asleep and dream of desires that never find their form. To have the life you really want, you must match its vibrational energy and resonate with it. Sometimes our greatest hurts and disappointments are what awakens us to our need to shift to a higher frequency. It also talks about as you experience yourself transforming into your highest version of yourself, you'll come to understand that you're always fortunate when you meet up with the magical map shifter. So very interesting card. I did want to read it reverse because I feel like it touches on some things for some people. It means about a bit of a change. Maybe things aren't coming to fruition this way. Maybe there's some kind of block or expectation that's not going to be able to be met. However, that doesn't mean that you give up. It just means you recalibrate. You take some time. Think about what you really want. Maybe the dream isn't real. The result isn't actually part of the dream. The journey's the dream. It's okay to pause, recalibrate, and then go in a new direction. It doesn't mean it's fading away. Your dreams have gone. It just means it's okay to review. Reviewing is okay. There might be communication in regards to people, if that calls to you as well. It's okay to be soft and gentle with yourself as well with this. It's okay. Like, there's justice here, doing the right opportunities, right time. So February does feel like there's an opportunity where things you might have put some stuff into place and plan, and maybe not everything's come out as exactly what you want, but it doesn't mean you go all the way back to square one. Just take one step back, recalibrate, and instead of going this way, you can go this way. It does really feel like the journey is the blessing in this. That's where you get the learning. Especially with the Wild Cool, because he always feels so fresh, and he's like the youngest ascended master within this deck, or spirit within this deck, soul within this deck. And happiness is the ultimate goal. Will that bring abundance for you? Absolutely. There's an opportunity to really start changing the course in some sense to bring what you really want and need in your life. This is talking about like financial security or family, things like that. Healthy, happy family, and abundance can be whatever you want that's maybe a lack or something that you really want to bring into your life. I do like the curiosity because I do feel like you can take this in a new fun direction. It's almost like going down the path that wasn't going to bring you this happiness anyway, because abundance doesn't have to be just about money. Financial security is about safety, of course, but there's also emotional abundance. There's, mental abundance. There's like ideas and flow and life being what you want to make of it. There's so many opportunities. The communication, it feels interesting because the clicks and things from whales can be heard like miles away. So it does feel like there's like a deeper understanding of this. Maybe you can communicate with your higher self or your guides, or there's just people around you that you can talk to. It's very interesting with the sacral. There's some kind of deep feeling in here that can be touched on, I want to say, to open up this opportunity. There's something deep within that's kind of shy or hidden, I want to say. I also want to say, don't get lost in your thoughts. It's okay. Remember, this is a huge blessing. I'm kind of nitpicking at the start because I want to really clear that so we can really see the blessing that's here. And these two right next to each other, abundance, 10 of discs. There's huge blessings coming up. And maybe there is a little bit of a new opportunity, and it's okay, and it's exciting, it's new, it's fresh. And that can build up to more ideas for the future, more opportunities. Even just time to literally, this card might even be to just sit outside and be in nature and look at the sky and live that inner child, not, live that freedom, live that wonder and awe in the world again. But yeah, sometimes certain paths can change, certain things trigger in the future, which means we have to adjust a little bit. not a bad thing. Sometimes that can be exciting. Sometimes it can be just neutral. It's just a little bit of a change. And sometimes it can feel like it's your perception. So it can feel harder or more challenging. But overall, it's still getting to you to where you want to be in your life, what you want to have, what you want to give to others, who you want to share your gifts with. But overall, just remember, this is all about happiness. Happiness should be the goal. And one step towards happiness is still a blessing. A piece of this abundance is a blessing. A pentacle at a time, each step is a blessing. So a huge amount of blessings coming into your February. There's an opportunity to make adjustment that can bring big blessings coming up for the rest of the month and going on to the future as well. And that's exactly what I see in your reading. So thank you very much for being here. I know it was very quick, but it's very clear that there's like some communication, some adjusting, and then remembering the goal. It's happiness that will bring the abundance. It's not the abundance that will bring happiness. All right, thank you very much for being here. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed and subscribe so you don't miss any content. Otherwise, take care of yourself and I'll see you in the next reading. Hello, pile number 2. So today you have chosen water with emotional, intuition, psychic powers, and healing. So we'll see how this plays into your reading today. Okay. So you have Almoira with awakening presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. So you have card number 44 with strength. This was reversed, so I'll have a look if there's anything that needs to be said with it being reversed. But this is the strength card. You have Orion activation with supernova, recreation, renewal, rebirth by light. So you have the swan with harmony. You also have standstill. It's almost like with these two birds, letting things flow, not trying to push anything for this coming month, because certain things are going to occur where you can just let them flow instead of fighting against them. But we'll have a look at the rest of the cards before we get too far into it. Okay, so you have the King of Wands. I like this king because it does feel like he's being his true authentic self. He's showing who he truly is. You also have the Knight of Cups. For some reason, this card always reminds me of the guy who plays Lucifer in the show, the TV series Lucifer. Can't remember his name. Is it Matt? Just reminds me of him. You also have the Prince of Discs. So many court cards. And you have the Four of Swords. This is very interesting. I was having a look at the 44, the Strength card. It's talking about rest, what's out of balance within your mind, body, spirit. Whatever it is, take some time to rest. I feel like this is the time. There is some kind of shift or changing. Supernova isn't something that's, easy or light coming up in February or the next month from now. There's something that's quite big, because a supernova is an explosion of a star, which can leave a black hole, doesn't always. But there's something big. It's a big event, big dramatic event. It could be like even an exciting one, like a wedding or an anniversary or an event or a date or something like that. It could be anything, but it's something that you've wanted. It's like a recreations renewal. It's something refreshing to you. So it's something good, but I feel like, worrying too much about it will kind of pull you out of your harmony And it's really asking you to just let it be, let it flow through. Moira talking about wear a cloak of protection and love. This does talk about a little bit of when you are putting protection on yourself energetically, to make sure you're clearing anything that doesn't serve your highest good out, because you don't want to put like clean film, or you don't want to wrap in the negative energy, because then it has nowhere to go, and it kind of like, how you get a sandwich or something, you wrap it up, it gets kind of sweaty with whatever's in there, and it can soak the bread or whatever. I feel like that's kind of in there. You don't want it to get stuck in there, that negative energy. And you've got water, so it's like let it flow through. I do say that there is some event coming up, because you got the Knight of Cups. That's why I was talking about a date, because it feels like he's, I don't know if he's necessarily dating either or what's happening here exactly, but there's opportunities to, maybe there's a wedding or some kind of event, some kind of exciting event coming up with the King of Wands, but there's a lot of court cards, so I'm feeling like there's other people involved. But if it's like an event that you do need to plan, take advice from this prince specifically, the one that kind of plans and waits and then takes action. And then I do feel like you will get the rest. So there is something coming up, which is a bit of a change, a bit of an event. It does feel exciting. It does feel good. And your best bet is to just let it flow and let it happen. It does feel exciting or new. It's like a refreshing for you. It's kind of like moving house or moving countries or something like that. It's exciting, but it takes a lot of effort and work, and so your mind can play, not really tricks with you, but play with your like emotions and feelings, because it can be like, oh, what if this happens? What if this happens? It's just let it happen. Whatever happens, happens with regards to things you can't control. It's like worrying about the weather. We don't know what's going to happen. We just adjust to whatever's happening. If it's raining outside and we need to get to work, we take an umbrella. If it's flooding the streets, then we call in and say we can't get in, we'll work from home. Whatever that is, you can adjust to that. So I feel like with this, just let it happen, and whatever comes up, trust yourself that you'll be able to deal with this. Just take care of your energy, protect your energy in this time. Make sure you're not letting it go run wild. But whatever's coming up, it does look exciting. It does look like it's part of your plan, or maybe it's not about you. Maybe it's like a wedding of a family member, brother, cousin, whatever. It does feel like an event though. And then near the end of the month, you'll be able to recharge, get your energy back. You can even take these little Four of Sword breaks during this time. Like just take a more relaxed, calm approach and just let these show through. The Strength card does also talk about let go of whatever is robbing your life force as well. And I feel like this is just going to be for some, but if there's like a connection that's really challenging, don't give your power over to that. Look at it, face the facts, I guess, face the reality. If that, if this resonates, if this is part of your reading, then just face reality and do what you need to bring balance into your connection or into your life. Make sure you're getting what you deserve. Take a mindful approach, especially with standstill. Just wait and see what happens, because then you'll know when you can react and start almost living your life again. It's like very mindful, an event, and then let's go kind of feeling, and then recovering, recharging for the next month after that. So that's exactly what I see in your reading today. If you've enjoyed, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss any content. Otherwise, I will see you in your next reading. Hello, pile number 3. So today you have chosen the Malachite with pain relief, transformation, vision, powerful protection. Okay, so we'll see how this plays into your reading today. Okay. So your first card is Serapis Bay with Ascension. Move into your true self. Rise above darkness. The light is here. So interesting. We're talking about ascension, and here we've got the transformation, some kind of shift, even pain relief, something changing, a situation changing, but for the better, because this is an ascension, it's a step forward. Okay. You also have the protecting treasure. This did come out reverse, so I will take a look and see what the message is regarding reverse protecting treasure. You have Arcturian light codes, evolutionary downloads, recalling power, future thinking. Okay. Something very interesting happening. You also have the peahen with nurture. You have flexibility. It does feel like something exciting is coming through. Some kind of shift. It's like either a release so something new can come through. We'll see with the cards. So you have the Emperor. You also have the Ace of Pentacles. You have the Six of Wands. And you have the Seven of Swords. So what do I see for you, pile number 3? I do see here, especially with the protecting treasure coming out reverse and the Seven of Swords, it does feel like here giving your power away in some sense to a connection. Something that's not healthy or hasn't been working. It does feel like this is where it's calling, and they are kind of as far away as they could be on different levels. It feels like this is purposefully placed like this. So it can be, let's say this is an example, so take what resonates, but it could be like two friends, and you know, there's always give and take with friendships, but one is now being more detrimental to the other. So it just feels like this person is drained of their life force or their energy in some sense. Maybe not that dramatic, but it just feels like it's more of a one-sided relationship. And so it's understanding this and making sure that you are being cared for in this connection. Maybe some kind of communication here with the evolutionary downloads, like this has to change in some way, rise up. Maybe it's a relationship with a partner. Something can change. And remember, if this is a relationship with a partner, it's about the journey. So it's not just because not everything's perfect doesn't mean you can't have a conversation about it and move things through. So the transformation is calling through here, and vision, like what do you envision in this connection or situation? It doesn't have to be just a relationship. It can be even like work. It could be work related, something not working quite right. I do feel like with the flexibility, you know that you can deal with what comes through. You're like a strong character, especially with the Emperor being here. You can strategize and make those decisions. You know how to do this. You know how to look after yourself. But yeah, especially with the Ace of Pentacles, it could be something to do with work or hobbies or collaborations. I do feel like if this connection was from the past, you're kind of rising through it with the ascension, rising above the darkness. And, you know, it may have caused some kind of stress or discomfort or unhappiness, sadness, could be so many emotions. But this coming February, it's about a new beginning, getting to the Empress yourself, like being that strong person yourself. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a relationship. I feel like for a majority it is like some kind of connection, even with a family member, potentially. Like that's why the evolutionary, it's like a change here that needs to occur, or that's happened, or that's going to happen, or that needs to happen. Maybe you haven't initiated this, maybe you have. So you're kind of wanting to stay in this, You know, why can't things just be the way they were? I was happy. If something's changed, clearly it wasn't everyone was happy at the time. And if you stop and understand or think about the situation, were you happy in the situation? Was there something that needed to change in here? Were you in your power? I do feel like this is a time, this is a time for you in February or next month to really test your flexibility, test your resistance, or test your risk levels, and look after yourself, take care of your needs, and start that new journey, because this isn't the end, it's a new beginning. This is where these two cards come in. It's a new beginning. It's a new understanding of who you are and how you want to be in the future, getting away from maybe toxicity or any issues, especially with pain relief. It does feel like if this is about a connection, there's some kind of relief coming up for you in February where you can start initiating this self-care, this flexibility, this power, this new beginning. It feels like there's some time to remember that without a challenge in life, there's no growth. So how you perceive the situation, I know it's easier said than done, but it does feel like see how far you've grown from even this current month into the next, because the next month will be more growing and potentially more challenges, but you're going to see real benefits from these. What's happened in the past is going to be the past. Doesn't mean it's not on your mind in some way, but it stops being the reason why you make decisions or why you're living. You're going to be moving beyond this feeling of disappointment or trickery or whatever's been done to you or had happened to you. You're not going to be defined by your past or by other people. You're going to reign in that power and take it back. But if this isn't about a connection or it's something that's like work or event, I do feel like this month there'll be a lot of opportunity to stand in your power, to test your resolve and see how far you want to push on a particular project or way. There's going to be some kind of ascension, so it means like a step up, level up in some way, with whatever that feels right for you. This is all a journey. This is just part of the path. You're still on the right path, I feel, with the Six of Wands. It's very clear that you're heading in the right direction. Just because there's one step back doesn't mean it's a restart. It just means it's one step back to make two steps forward. And then you'll have a real opportunity to grow and change and focus on what you really feel is right for you, whether that's new study, new relationship, or not even talking about other people, just your own looking out for you. So you giving yourself some self-care and self-love. But that's exactly what I see for you, pile number 3. So thank you very much for being here. Good luck with this. It looks like you've come from maybe some challenges in the past, or even it could have been very far past. Whatever this is, there's an opportunity for you to really stand in your power and make that new beginning your reality. So if you enjoyed, give me a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss any content. Otherwise, please take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next reading. Hello, pile number 4. So welcome in. You have chosen today the Amazonite with solace, healthy lifestyle, and clear communication and balance. So very nice. We'll see how this plays into your reading for February or next month. Okay. So you have Lord Ganesh with infinite abundance. Obstacles are being removed, spiritual support, and connections are increasing. So very interesting. We'll see how this is going to play. You have Sacred Pool. Very nice card. Really does feel like with obstacles being removed, does feel like you've kind of put up with or gone through enough, and some of the issues are being pushed aside for you to step into that next space. And you have the Temple of Truth, throat chakra, authenticity, and self-expression. Yeah, very nice, especially flowing down through here with this like gate of water coming out. Oh. You have horse with motivation. Okay. You also have wisdom card, which is very interesting, more water. It really does feel like you can kind of flow with this. Like while the motivation is here, there's going to, I feel like in February, there's going to be some opportunity where you can step into the next space, especially with Lord Ganesh coming through, so that obstacles or those obstacles or people or just your mental thoughts are going to be removed. So you can step into your authentic self, you can express who you are, but it's not going to be like from a challenge. It's going to be quite natural because it's who you are. It's who you really are. That's where the solace is coming through in healthy lifestyle. It's going to be very healthy. And clear communication, especially with the throat chakra. Throat chakra is all about your communication. Okay, so you have the Ace of Wands starting a new... This one almost looks like a new connection, new relation, like a new family tree. But it doesn't have to be. It can be just a new beginning, financial or other material. You also have the Moon. Again, this feels like very natural and flowy. Things coming into alignments, like instead of being worried about something that's in the distance or an illusion, it's really understanding, trusting your intuition on what's happening. It's just so interesting because she's just laying back. This one's laying back. There's a lot of cool, calm, like feelings coming through. You also have the Prince of Swords. And you have the Princess of Cups, which again, she just feels very natural, flowy. So what do I see for you, pile number 4? This is very interesting. I do want to say with wisdom right next to the Prince of Swords. The Prince of Swords is intelligent. He's witty. He knows exactly, he's very smart. Sometimes this is just reminding me of an example of something I remember. It's like sometimes the very smart people are so smart, they kind of become almost lazy in some way. It's like those ones that kind of skated through school, always getting B's, let's say, when or they know as well that they could have got A's. Does that mean that they did the right or wrong thing? Doesn't mean anything. It's just how they move through. But those very intelligent people that can kind of get away with certain things in some ways because they kind of know the limits, the tests. They know how much to show of their hand and when to be like doing things from the background. They're very intelligent. I do feel like there's an opportunity to, one, start doing what you really want to do. You will need to pick up some motivation next month or in February, coming up this coming month. Trust your intuition as well. This one just feels like there's a lot of intuitive cards. Trust what you really want to do. May have to pick up that energy pace, I want to say, because you are intelligent, you are smart. There's some emotional growth here as well. And it's like she's understanding her emotions. She's understanding. She's a sweet, kind person. She's a good person. And she's using that power, I want to say, to really understand who she is and what her emotions mean to her and how she can use that to grow and shift and change in this world. I feel like the clear communication first has to be with yourself. What do you really want to do? What will make you happy moving forward? Ask yourself those questions honestly, because it's about self-expression, but it's also about being authentic. It's not going, yeah, I guess I should do that, but then just leaving it or planning it and then planning it, and then be like, okay, well, I planned it, so I've done something. But you're smart enough to know that that's just your way of kind of letting things be. Maybe it's kind of like laissez-faire. I don't want to say you're lazy. It's just, I I feel like you're a person that really knows that you're very, I just want to keep saying you're very intelligent. You've got a world of knowledge, or a wealth of knowledge within you, whether you've gone out and got that knowledge from the world or just had it always within you from understanding how other people move through the world. Like you have some sort of skill or observation skill. But I do feel like now it's time to use your voice. This is obviously just a opportunity. You don't have to do any of this if it's not something you want to do. I do feel like there's a beautiful beginning. Maybe it is a relationship, job, hobby, renovation, whatever is coming into your life, but there's going to be some clear motivation here with obstacles being removed. It's almost like it might feel too good and you're like, yeah, but things are fine. You know, I'm not unhappy or anything. But this is almost like a really juicy fruit that you can't just leave. So that might be the motivation for you as well. Pile number 4. Ask yourself how to balance as well. I feel like there's a lot of self-communication, self-understanding in this reading. But like I always say, please take what resonates. If this is way off and it doesn't feel like this is happening or relevant in your life, then take what resonates. I would say basically a new beginning. Like if I was going to say this, they're like, no, none of these. Then I would say there's a new beginning that you can start, get yourself motivated to do. You've got the skills, intelligence, wisdom, emotional intelligence to be able to start doing this. So don't let fear hold you back. Obstacles are going to be removed. So there's going to be a clear door opening for you. So I do want to read this just very quickly to you. So this is the sacred pull. So take what resonates. So it says, can you see how far you've come and how magical your life is? Do you notice the spark of the divine shining through your eyes? When you're conscious that you're the embodiment of spirit, it becomes easier to act in good conscience. Then you'll reap the greatest rewards. Your unique service to the world is not only needed, but celebrated. See the love within you, and know that if you cast it upon the waters, it will return to you tenfold. Be at peace, for you are beautiful and loved. Act with surety and confidence, and success shall be yours, whatever your inquiry. I feel like that was just a really nice message that really needed to come through. Like I said, this is just an opportunity. You don't have to take any of this reading if it doesn't feel like it's right for you. But I do feel like you're smart enough, you've got enough skills. Please don't doubt yourself, because you kind of have this savant energy, this like real high skill level, I want to say. You may not see it. It's kind of like maybe other people don't see it either, or they do see it. Maybe they tell you to do it, but that's kind of the worst thing for you. It's like, don't tell me what to do kind of thing. So that's why I'm like, just take what resonates, and if an opportunity comes up and it feels right to you, don't worry about what I've said or what anyone else has said. What do you want? That's all I want you to think about. And if you want to start that journey, start it. If not, then don't. But just make sure that right now you're living in a happy, healthy environment. And if that is your truth, then keep building and working on that. Try to keep that equilibrium and balance in your life. And that's exactly what I see for you, pile number 4. So really interesting reading. Good luck with the next month. I really hope that you decide to do whatever calls to you, not what anyone else says to you. But that's what I see. So if you've enjoyed, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss any content. Otherwise, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.